In any communication, for instance, even speaking, writing, listening, cooking, producing a movie, in any communicative process, there are three factors. Three people are involved. First person, second person, third person. For example, I am communicating with you. I am talking to you. You are listening to me. And we are talking about future references. Suppose you are producing a movie. You are the producer. There are people who watch it, and there is a theme or there is a story, and maybe you are cooking a dish you are making, okay, somebody else is eating, and there is a third, you have cooked maybe biryani or noodles or some other thing. So three aspects are involved. So likewise here in English communication, first person I and we, second person you, third person he, she, they, it. He, she, they, it. Clear? Now remember, now whatever I say you just bear in mind. You got to brush out all those who have studied in your schools, because they must have made you crazy. All the grammar, maybe lot of grammar, so that you are not able to talk or write English. That's the problem, because lot of grammar has been knocked into your brain, and it's almost on the verge of explosion. So grammar is not essentially a part of speaking, but it does play a part. Okay, now let me just come to what I'm about to tell you. So in this communicative part, will and shall have equal meaning or future meaning only when they go with I and we. So will and shall will have the same meaning or future meaning only when it goes with I and we. I will talk to my principal, meaning I shall talk to my principal. We will have a cup of tea, meaning we shall have a cup of tea. No problem, no haggle over that, no fuss about that. Clear? What did I say? What did I say? This is communicating English. It's not history or economics. You just pay attention to communication, talk, express. What did I say? Yeah, will and shall will have the same meaning, the future reference, only when it is used with the first person I am. Bear it. That is the first fundamental rule. I shall meet you after the class, meaning I will meet you after the class. We shall have a tea at the cafe, meaning we will have the tea at the cafe. These two have the same meaning only when it goes with I and we, or in other words, first persons. Then you might ask me, what is the meaning of shall when it is used with second and other person? That's what we are going to look at it. Shall. S-H-A-L-L. Shall. Many Keralites say shawl. Today I talked to somebody, he said shawl, I shall go. Shawl is something that you wear around your neck or cover your upper part of the body. But shall is called, that's the grammatical piece. Okay, shall. Right. So where do we use shall? Number one, suggestions. 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 Suggestions, for example, shall we have a cup of tea? Write down 1 or 2 sentences. Shall we have a cup of tea? Shall I talk to the principal? Shall we have a cup of tea? Question mark. Shall I talk to the principal? Shall I talk to the manager? Clear? So you can make suggestions. Shall we wait outside? Okay. Shall we hold on until they come back? So you can suggest anything. May not be accepted. So shall indicates suggestions. Number 2, prediction. Prediction. You study it under these heads so that you can apply it whenever you get it. So look at the sentence when you get in the examination, which category it falls under, then you will be able to apply it. You don't have to This is the teaching difference method, because you have been studying grammar for how many years now? 15, 20 years. But yet, we have practically no idea as to what should be used where and when. Okay, right. So, the second one is prediction. Prediction. For example, you went home today and you said, oh, all my friends have iPhone. Dad, you didn't buy me an iPhone. Then dad says, okay, don't cry. I shall buy you an iPhone. That's a promise. I shall buy you an iPhone. I shall buy you an iPhone. Maybe a child is crying by the roadside. He's asking, why are you crying? I don't have a toy. Okay, don't cry. I shall buy you one. Maybe you borrowed a book from somebody and he hasn't returned it for at least a couple of weeks. Hey man, look, where is the book? Oh, don't cry. I shall bring it tomorrow. I shall bring it tomorrow. So that is promise. Promise. Number 3. Prediction. One more thing. For example, 2025, the year we expect that India will be in its full bloom. We will have an economic independence or prosperity. So how do you write that sentence? The year 2025 shall be the most prosperous year for India. The year 2025 shall be. So that is also prediction. Prediction. Next, commandments. Commandments, kalpanagal. For example, in certain holy books it is written, thou shalt not steal, you shall not steal, you shall not tell lies, kallam parayarudhu, moshtikkarudhu. You shall not steal, you shall not tell lies. Commandments. Then the next one is authority and power. When you want to show your power, authority. For example, you went into an examination hall to write an examination. The invigilator comes and say, no one shall go out of the hall until the bell is rung. No one shall. He won't say, please don't go out until the bell is rung. No, that's not polite way. He will rather use his own power, position, authority. So no one shall leave the hall before the bell is rung, or no one shall go out of the hall before the bell is rung, or before 1 o'clock, whichever way you like, write it. Then dhamki, that is threat. Have you seen Shirley? You haven't seen it. Yes. You remember Gabbar Singh? यह डायलॉग दुनिया के किसी जेल में मेले को 40 साल तक रोक नहीं सकता. तुम पछताओगे ठाकुर, तुम पछताओगे ठाकुर. What does it indicate? നീ പശ്ചാത്തപിക്കും ഠാക്കൂർ, ചെവിക്കുന്നുള്ളിക്കോ, ഞാൻ ഇതിന് പകരം ചോദിക്കും. What does it mean? It implies threats. How do you translate it? You shall regret. You shall regret. That is threat. Sometimes when you go to professional colleges, maybe you may not have much money, you will have only the pocket money given by your parents, then the Chetans and Chechis come and say, get it, bring that 500. Endina, what for? Puttadikan, le, tinnan. No, I have only 500. I will not give you. You shall give. Meaning, നീ തരും, ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിന്നെ കൊണ്ട് തരിപ്പിക്കാൻ അറിയാം എന്നൊരു ധ്വനി അതിനകത്തിലുണ്ട്. So you shall give, meaning it's an order, it's a threat, അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പല കാര്യങ്ങളും നമുക്ക് you shall. Then next one is just like in our preamble, constitution, we use shall. Authority കാണിക്കുക. Next, finally, legal connotations, legal meaning. Whenever you draft a legal document, we don't use will, we would rather use shall. എൻ്റെ മൂത്ത മോള് സരസ്വതി 49 വയസ്സ് എന്നെ ഇത്രയും നാൾ നോക്കിയതിന് റെയിൽവേ സ്റ്റേഷൻ്റെ അടുത്തുള്ള 10 സെൻറ്റ് ഞാൻ ഇതിനാലൊക്കെ എഴുതി കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നു അല്ലേ? How do you say it in English? My eldest daughter Saraswati, aged 49, who has been looking after me for the last couple of decades, shall inherit the property of 10 cents adjacent to the railway station. So you write it in simple way, my daughter shall inherit. Yes, my daughter shall inherit my property after my life. My daughter shall inherit. So this is legal connotations. Right? So far we have been dealing with shall and will, and prior to that we were dealing with situations without using shall and will. So you can confidently express future actions. Can you? Yes or no? Any questions? Now we have been talking about the technicalities, now application level. I'll give you a situation, then you tell me how you are going to express it. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock there is a football match between AC Milan and Manchester United. Tomorrow there is a football match between AC Milan and Manchester United from 8 to 11. What's the situation? Respond quickly.
Tomorrow
Yeah, football match, soccer match. From which time? 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, so now let us apply what we have learned. Future references can be expressed in 4 different ways, but you don't have to learn the 4th one because it's totally redundant, nobody uses it. So if you are familiar with the 3 ways of expressing future, that's enough, you have done it. Let's write it down. This particular example, number 1, we will watch the match. Above will you write a shall because it is a future action, we can use it with I and we. We will watch equivalent to we shall watch. We shall watch the match between AC Milan and Manchester United. We shall watch the match between AC Milan and Manchester United tomorrow at 8 a.m. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. Clear? So that is the time when you begin. It's a simple prediction that you will watch the match. Suppose somebody calls you assuming tomorrow at 9 o'clock. നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുകയായിരിക്കും? Watching. അപ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെ പറയാം? We will be watching or shall be watching. Write it. We will be watching or shall be watching the match tomorrow at 9 a.m. We will be watching or shall be watching the match tomorrow at 9 a.m. Clear? Now 8 to 11. 11 o'clock you will finish watching. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ പറയാം മലയാളത്തിൽ? ഞാൻ 11 മണിയാകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ഞാൻ ആ മാച്ച് കണ്ടു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരിക്കും. How will you say that? We will have watched the match by 11 o'clock tomorrow. 11 a.m. tomorrow. We will have watched the match by 11 a.m. tomorrow. Clear? That's right. There is one more, we will have been watching but nobody uses it. That's why conveniently remove it. Don't spoil your brain with that. So you have 3. Now I will give you one example in Malayalam, then you tell me in English. That will be the final of that. With that you will be able to browse through. Maybe you have a workshop in your maybe Technopark or in any government department. You have a talk by a professional in your own field. The talk begins at 10 o'clock, ends at 12 o'clock. 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. There's a presentation on maybe Swachh Bharat or maybe the amendment bill or something, any talk on that. So you are planning to attend it. So how will you express that? 10 മണിക്ക് ഞാനത് ആ ടോക്ക് അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും. 11 മണിക്ക് അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയായിരിക്കും, 12 മണിക്ക് അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരിക്കും. റൈറ്റ് ഡൗൺ ദിസ്.